Okay, y'all, it is Wednesday, and y'all know normally I'm with y'all on Tuesdays. I did a little swap. Danielle was so nice to swap with me. I had a meeting at church, and I really didn't want, it was like a once in a quarter. It happens every quarter, and so I really didn't want to miss it. There's a lot of upcoming things at our church, and so I really wanted to be there. And luckily, Danielle was so nice. She was like, hey, us girls got to stick together, have each other's backs. I was like, I love it. I love a girl's girl. So appreciative of her for swapping with me so that I could be with y'all this morning. I didn't want to just drop the live stream altogether because, as y'all know, last week I had to fill in on Tuesday, so I wasn't with y'all all week pretty much, except for Saturday. And so we had like this live stream community, and I was like, no, I can't just not have a live stream this week. I need to pick up a live stream. So happy that we were able to swap. We've got Big Joe in the house. How's it going, Big Joe? I haven't seen you in a while, which I guess you're probably thinking, no, we haven't seen you in a while. Isaac, good morning. Isaac, good morning, Big Joe. Thank y'all for tuning in, friends. I so appreciate you guys. You should make your hair purple. Absolutely not, Isaac. I don't know where that idea came from, but it ain't happening.
Yeah, I don't think I can imagine you ever like dyeing your hair, even if it's like a normal color.
So yesterday I was on Facebook. I never get on Facebook, but I have it on my iPad, and I was going to put in our VIP page for them to, I was going to have you guys help me decide on my tagline for Shop LC. Mm-hmm. And so I made the post, and then it had like the pop-up, and it was 11 years ago when I moved to LA, and I was blonde.
What?
Like super light blonde. What? I was like, oh my goodness. But I also had, in college, I dyed my tips red once, and the underside of my hair red once, for different, like when I was working in summer camps. And the underside was very difficult to get back to normal. The tips, you could just cut them off. The underside, I didn't think that one through, because that's like a huge portion of your hair that you kind of just have to let grow out. You just got red hair under there. And then I went blonde. So I've done some hair color, but Isaac, no. I know you're kidding. Can y'all even imagine if I show up at Shop LC with purple hair? They'd be like,
like super bright neon purple.
Yeah, they'd be like, I don't think so. We're going to have someone else fill in for you there. So, you guys, it is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. And what day are we? We're on the 4th. We're 4 days into the month of June. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because June started on a Sunday, but I just felt super revitalized and energized and motivated for the month of May. I will say that energy kind of depleted a little bit, but I'm trying to get that energy back and that motivation back just to make this month an amazing month, to move ahead, move forward, keep pushing, keep doing what God is calling me to do with my life. Not letting distractions and disappointments get the best of me. And so I want to apologize to anyone if y'all saw me on Saturday. I was a little bit depleted on our afternoon live stream. And, I know that that's just the enemy trying to get in my head. And so I'm not gonna allow that to slip in anymore. Positive energy for the month of June. All you can do is your best, right? All you can do is project what God is putting in your heart, and let the world see that. And if people don't, that's not you, that's them. So, good morning and welcome in. We're going to have a great show. We have 2 hours of Bali Legacy, you guys. Bali Legacy. I love our Bali Legacy collection, and I'm going to be honest. I love it, not because at first glance it would be like my go-to choice. I wouldn't necessarily see Bali Legacy style jewelry in a jewelry store and gravitate towards it. I love Bali Legacy jewelry because there is a story behind it, there's heart behind it, and also I have my own personal memories from Bali. So to me, Bali Legacy jewelry is so sentimental, and it just has this beautiful story surrounding it. If y'all know, or if y'all are new here, Bali Legacy jewelry is artisan crafted. So these are artisans, they hand make this jewelry. They use a lot of, honestly, like more, I don't want to say primitive methods, but more like older methods of jewelry making, like that they've used generation after generation. So they do things by hand. It's a really incredible process. And so I love these pieces. Those Balinese artisans, we'll show you videos later, but they're like etching in piece by piece. It's incredible. So when you're looking at these pieces, these aren't coming off a conveyor belt. These aren't like stamped in the sterling silver, stamped in the sterling silver. These are hand done, and it's incredible. Big Joe, I love that, and thank you. He said, remember, God only gives you what he knows you can handle. Yes, it is so, so true. Thank you, Big Joe, for that reminder. It's like something that we've all heard, right, for our lifetime, and sometimes we just have to remind ourselves, like, if I couldn't handle it, God wouldn't be throwing it my way. So thank you for that reminder today. Okay, y'all, so how to shop. Now, we've gotten word that we need to go over a little bit the process of shopping. I sound crazy. We need to go over the process of shopping, okay? That's like my dream class. Is there a class on shopping? I would sign me up. I'm taking it. I could actually probably teach a class on bargain shopping.
I have a master's in shopping.
Get your master's in shopping. I should teach that class, truly. Just like a fun little side thing. Not like a true master's, but... Okay, so how we shop on the live stream. And it's on every platform, right, DJ? Okay, so no matter where you're tuning in from, aside from the website, because they'll just click. Okay, so if you're on the website, you're going to click to shop. If you're on any of our other streaming platforms, okay, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. What you're going to do, if you like an item, it's displayed right here, okay, in the top of the screen if you're on certain platforms. If not, I will mention the item number before we move to the next item. So what you're going to do is you're going to comment shop 1. No spaces, no additional words. Shop 1. Shop 2. No spaces, okay? That is the only way to get the link. So if the comment has a space between the shop and the number, or if there's like shop 1, I love this, or shop 3, gorgeous, it's not going to come through. So it's got to be precise. So just make sure we're getting to that. And if y'all comment, I'll try to, if y'all comment shop and it's a little bit different, I'll try to remind you. But we were reminded to remind you guys that that's how you shop. Now, some fun perks of the live stream. First off, you are going to get complimentary shipping on orders $49.99 OMO, okay? So you'll get free shipping, and that's just a nice little perk because technically you're shopping through the website, so you get that complimentary shipping. Next up, we do have our very own coupon code. It is LIVE25, LIVE25, and that will get you 25% off. It's eligible for 48 hours on what you see here, and then it rotates through to the next item. So if you love any of these Bali Legacy pieces, you want to get them within the next 24 hours. Hello, right back at you. Okay, Miss Pat Perkins. Good morning. Oh, Big Joe, I have a BS in shopping. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people do.
Hey, Lauren, did you completely off topic, but growing up, did you ever run into people from high school and or middle school?
Growing up?
Yeah. I'm saying you're not that much older than me. After high school, in college, and after that, did you happen to run into a bunch of people that you knew from high school and middle school?
Not too many. Actually, I ran into a guy from high school back in February when I was working the Dallas Auto Show.
Oh, okay.
For Toyota, and so that's probably the last time I've run into anyone from high school.
It happens to me a lot more than I think it would. I'll constantly, even last Saturday, I went to a boat party with my friends, and a bunch of people from my high school and middle school were there.
Well, is your school close by?
Kind of, yeah.
So maybe that's why.
That's probably why. Yeah.
You're still kind of in the area. I feel like I probably don't run into anyone because I'm living 3 hours away.
Oh, sorry.
So unless people moved here, I'm trying to think if I've run into anyone else from high school anytime recently. I think it's been a while. Mom, if we run into anyone, let me know. Oh, I missed that purse. We need another show with purses. We'll see. I think Saturday might be fashion, so I could try to see if I could request that purse back on the show. That's possible. I'll try for that. Well, yeah. Miss Pat Perkins said it was shop 3, but it won't be shop 3 anymore. You can't comment it today because that will be today's shop 3, not Saturday's shop 3. So that won't work out for the purse.
I can't even remember which one it was.
They really liked that purse. It was a big hit on Saturday, but unfortunately the link won't work anymore. But I can always send that to you. Oh, we've got JB1978. Good morning. He said, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Thank you. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. I hope you're having a great June so far. Isaac, I run upstairs and hide if someone I know from high school comes to my job. I feel like I would be like that too. If I ran into someone I knew, I think I'd kind of be like, unless I really liked them. Miss Masters, my wife just bought new Dooney and Burke. Ooh, Big Joe. I used to love Dooney and Burke purses. They used to have the store in the mall, and I just don't see Dooney and Burke as often anymore. Oh, DJ Mr. Master said, I'm in the same town and city as my high school, and I hardly ever see anyone. Hardly ever bump into anyone. It's crazy.
Must be nice. I don't hate any people from my high school.
Call personal shoppers. Okay, Miss Pat Perkins is like doing our job for us. She's like, call personal shoppers. They can help you get that purse. I think you need a job here. Telling people to call the personal shoppers. That just made my day. All right, so kicking it off with Bali Legacy. There is the personal shoppers, by the way. Thank you, DJ. There's the personal shoppers assigned exclusively to the live stream. 888-835-2237. They know everything going on here in the live stream. They probably think we're crazy with the coupons we do and things like that. But call them. They can help you find whatever you need. I can also just find the link after the show. I'll be able to do that for you. Big Joe, you know what? I got to tell you. She is always asking people, hey, do you have a brother? Hey, does your friend have any coworkers my age? She's always asking people that. It's so funny. But Hunter did like my mom, and my mom was like, nope, he's too young for me. What was her excuse? And he's loud. She thought she would have a headache. My mom she has really bad headaches. I think that would be a disaster. Isaac, don't steal Mysteria from me. Y'all, we have way too much fun in the live stream. It's hilarious. Okay, DJ, you're scaring me. Is there like a bug on the wall?
No, I was.
Oh, okay. I thought you were looking up there, and I was like, is there like something on the wall? Y'all, my paranoia bugs lately. Okay, so let's get into it. Bali Legacy. What is our first piece today? DJ. Ooh, okay. So this is really neat, you guys. We actually had this. I've had quite a few of these pieces recently. We did a Bali Legacy portion when we had our Silver Smackdown. So this chain, you guys, it's 20 inches. You're never going to believe how much gram weight. 77 grams of sterling silver. Now, one thing with this sterling silver, or with Bali Legacy, is you're going to see a lot of that oxidized portion. So it's giving you a lot of depth and contrast because you get a little bit of that kind of like shadowing. And so that's going to give you a lot of contrast. Now, each of these links, you guys, y'all have to see this. It's absolutely amazing. Each of these links, look at how like solid and sturdy each of those links is. They're huge. They're huge links. And then they're textured beautifully as well. Okay? Now, an additional bonus to this is look at your closure. We have been seeing this more and more with the Bali Legacy collection, and I love it. The closure is actually a dragon, and the way you open it is you're going to push this little tab right here forward. It's going to open the mouth of the dragon, and there's your closure. So you can actually wear the dragon right there in the center of the neckline, or you could put it at the back of the neckline if you wanted this to just be a staple standard chain. So I absolutely love this for the gentleman as well, right? Father's Day is around the corner. 20 inches. Majority of gentlemen can do a 20-inch chain. I know Hunter will typically put on a 20-inch chain, Chris as well. So most of the gentlemen would be able to wear a 20-inch chain. And I just think, I know a lot of you ladies do collector Bali Legacy pieces, and I'm all for it. But I do believe that with something like this that's big and bold, it can have a really nice masculine presence. Now, of course, with those etchings, that brings a little bit of that feminine Oh, we have a bad echo, DJ. That's what they're saying.
Say words, Lauren.
Oh, sorry. Isaac said he's shy and quiet. Big Joe, Miss Perkins, you raised some wild women. Yeah. We got it all from her. We definitely got it all from her. Haha, oh, you believe me, Miss Pep?
Not really much of an echo. It's just more like how the room is.
Okay.
You know? Nothing to do with like the mic.
It's the room.
Yeah.
It's the room, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to put this on to show you guys. And pardon me because I'm still getting used to these closures, because I would think we used to have the dragons or like snakes and things that you just pushed them down, and these now actually have a distinct tab and you pull it forward. So it's a little bit different. Let me see. Bear with me, y'all. There we go. Got it. So just, it holds on right there. And like I was saying, you could have your dragon as the focal point if you wanted to. You could have that. Mine's a little bit twisted and turned. You could have that as the focal point, or if you're not into the dragons, you turn it to the back. Yeah, sorry, Big Joe. This room, surprisingly enough, this was the original Shop LC studio room, but it just doesn't have the greatest, like, what would you call it, DJ, acoustics in here? It's just not like...
It's too spacious.
Yeah, it's just like not the greatest acoustics. Now, I love this. Honestly, I probably like it more personally for me. Because y'all know me, I like very feminine jewelry. I think for me, I like it with the dragon in the back and just kind of focusing on the sterling silver, because look at how that fills in the neckline. And I'll be totally upfront with you guys. I purposefully wore black because I feel like black allows the sterling silver really just to like pop, right? I really wanted to showcase the beautiful detail of the sterling silver, and black and sterling silver just goes so beautifully together. So I was like, okay, let me just put on some black. I'm going to be back 6 to 8, 11 to 2 with Matt. I'm going to go home and change. But for the silver show, I wanted to wear black. So my first look of the day, I'll change that out. I'll change that out later for you guys. Oh, we'll get to that in a minute, Isaac. So here we go, y'all. You're looking at 77 grams of sterling silver. That is so much silver. Now, your price point starting on that is $439.99. We're going to use our coupon code, get you 25% off. That's going to bring you to $330, and then we're doing 5 budget pays. I forgot to mention budget pay. I'll get into that. Your budget pay is $66. Now, budget pay is awesome, you guys. Budget pay is no interest, no credit check. These are simply portioned out payments, okay? So you would pay $66 plus tax today, complimentary shipping, right, for shopping through the live stream, and then for the next 4 months. So July, August, September, October, we would charge $66. That easy, not a penny more. You don't pay any extra for utilizing budget pay. That's why I love it so much, because we're portioning those out, but we're not penalizing you, right? And I mentioned it the other day, but I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about how a lot of these third-party like financing, which you'll see on a lot of websites, like, oh, do you want to portion this out, do some payments, and you click on it, it throws you to a third party. A lot of those actually, they say like, oh, it's no fees, no interest. But if you don't pay, I think if you don't pay like the minimum every month, some can get up to 36% interest, y'all. That's nearly half. That's crazy. So just be super mindful of that. And I love that here at Shop LC, we don't do that. We just want you to be able to get the items that you love. So $66 on budget pay. This will be item 1. So you're going to comment shop 1 if you are loving this bold 77 gram sterling silver chain with that. I want to say adorable because that's how I like to describe things. And it is adorable. But that very articulated dragon closure just kind of latches onto that loop. Right, y'all? That is shop 1. Shop 1. Yes. Oh, Big Joe, you're so right. He said black makes gold really pop. You are so right. either of the metals, I feel like black or gold shows, I like to do black or gold. Silver or gold shows, I like to wear black because it just does allow those metal colors to pop. Same with like diamond shows. Isaac. Okay, Isaac had said it's a laptop today on the sweepstakes. I hope I win. So I figured that was the perfect moment for me to tell you guys about our sweepstakes. We are doing a sweepstakes through June 25th. Okay? Now, every single day we'll have 2 winners. If you enter today, you find out if you won tomorrow. It is like the coolest thing ever. So today we are giving a Chromebook Plus laptop or a $100 Shop LC credit. You're going to have 2 winners. We'll announce those tomorrow. Now, every single time you enter to win, you are being put into the drawing for the grand prize. The grand prize is a Rolex, you guys. A genuine, authentic Rolex. We will be giving that away, I imagine, June 26th, because June 25th is the last day to enter. Everyone on the live stream. I don't even mind if y'all take a minute and hop out of the live stream. I want y'all to enter to win. Head to shoplc.com, click the banner, enter to win. Can you imagine winning a Rolex? How exciting would that be, right? I would love it if one of y'all, one of our live stream friends, won that. Isaac said, your hair looks better now. I didn't like the light blonde hair. Okay, well, thank you, Isaac. You know what? I'll say this. Having my natural hair color saves me a ton of money. So for that and that alone, I will continue to keep it my natural color because it's very pricey to do your hair blonde like that. Play that SmackDown music. I really need to do, next time I'm over there, I'm going to do a little recording on my phone of the SmackDown music, and then I can play it when I have a really good SmackDown. Strange. I had a notification of my car. I was like, what is that about? Thank you, Big Joe. He said you look great in that black, but you would also look beautiful in a burlap sack, too. Thank you. You know, I think a burlap sack would probably look pretty good with the sterling silver, too. Yes, okay, your wife just entered, y'all. Perfect. Everybody else, y'all better go enter. I don't want y'all to miss this. Isaac, I want a can of almonds. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, Isaac. Hey, every little win is a win. I'm just saying, every win is a win. I bought a Rolex for $20 in New York. Hey, that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. I've gotten plenty of little, like, sunglasses from New York. Got my Ray-Ban sunglasses in New York. Okay, so we are moving into a bracelet. It's a cuff bracelet. And this really is, to me, it has a feminine presence. And y'all are probably like, what? So it's this pebble texturing, and it really does look like the pebbled ground. Like, you have these pebbles, and they're all unique in shape. So each one is just kind of placed next to each other. It almost reminds me of being like a kid and, you know, my parents doing yard work and like putting the stones on a little walkway, and the way you just kind of, you know, they're all natural shape, but you kind of try to line them up so that they create like as cohesive as a pattern as possible. That's what you see in this. But then you do have a few of those that are a little more three-dimensional, right? So they're not flat, they're kind of sitting up. And those have almost like a floral appearance to them. And I feel like y'all might be like, huh? But I don't know, there's something about it when you see it in person. It looks like the ones that are a little bit more three-dimensional, like those pebbles are almost like the petals of that flower. So I love this for a summer wear bangle. I love cuffs, I love bangles. When I'm not working, you will see me. I think it was one day I did wear all my own personal jewelry. You will see me out with a ton of cuffs and bangles at all times. I love my jewelry. Good morning, Antonio. Thank you for joining our live stream. Big Joe said, just saw a Rolex in Australia. It was $23,000. Yeah, I believe it, y'all. That's wild, isn't it? $23,000. That's what they go for. I always thought it'd be cool to own. I had heard people doing this for like milestone birthdays, like a 40th or 50th birthday. You get a Rolex, a vintage Rolex from the year you were born. And I'm like, that's kind of a cool, thing. So like I would get a 1992 Rolex or whatever it be. I'm like, that's really neat from your birth year. So I want to show y'all the inside of this because the inside really takes on the look of Bali. It's got like this tropical finish inside. And that speaks again, you guys, to our Balinese artisans, right? Because they could have just done a very simple internal finish to that. They didn't have to do this beautiful craftsmanship on the inside, but that's just how our Balinese artisans are. They go above and beyond. Now here's how this opens. I love it. It's not a cuff where you have to like wiggle it onto your arm. It has a hinge. Okay, so it has this little hinge where you can pull that hinge open, slip it on the arm, and then close that. And look. This is a staple cuff. Now we have sizes 6.5, 7 1/4, and an 8-inch. So we want to fit every wrist. I believe this is a 7 1/4. I would likely, personally for me, having a more petite wrist with a cuff like this, go with the 6.5 so that it sits just a bit higher there on the wrist. However, if you wanted it to have a little bit more of a drape, you wanted it to sit more right at the top of the hand, you could size up from your traditional size. So here that is on, and I want to show y'all again. You see what I mean? How the 3-dimensional portions, are y'all seeing those? They kind of stick up. It almost looks like a flower with the pebbles moving around that 3-dimensional portion. And then here's that hinge. So it doesn't stay hinged, but you can pull it open as you're slipping it on, and then you just let the hinge go. All right, so that is going to be, oh wait, we haven't gotten to the pricing. Your start price on that, you are getting 31 grams, you guys, over 31 grams of sterling silver. Your price on that is $230. We're going to bring you down to $172. So under $200, $172.50, and then 5 budget payments will take you to $34.50. $34.50 to get this home. And here's the great thing, you guys, is everything that you're getting today, if you are looking for, let's say, a Father's Day gift, all of this stuff, now this is kind of crunch time, all of these items should arrive in time for Father's Day, and you have your 30-day joy guarantee. So they'll arrive in time, but if for some reason dad or your husband or whoever it might be, your son, your brother, doesn't like it, you also have enough time to get these items returned within the 30-day joy guarantee policy. So now is really the sweet spot shopping time for Father's Day. It's going to get there in time, but you'll still be able to return it. If for any reason it doesn't fit, they just want something different, we have easy returns. Good morning. We have LPN Avery. Good morning. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. I see you're viewing from Facebook. Anyone who's new here, let us know where you're viewing from. We would love to we'd love to know. It's always nice to get to know you guys. You know, I've been saying this recently in the live streams, but when we're on air on television, we have a co-host, right? So we're chit-chatting. Y'all are kind of watching us chit-chat and banter, and we do try to get as many of y'all's comments as we can, but sometimes we're just not able to. When we're on the live stream, y'all are the co-hosts. Like, y'all are who I'm talking with. Like, we're having fun, the banter, the questions. Y'all are truly the co-hosts. So the more y'all interact, the better. It makes the show fun. It makes the show go by quicker. If it's just me talking to the walls, it's not nearly as fun. So engage, engage, engage. We love it. It makes the show so fun for us. As I said, Birkenstock makes shoes for women that don't like men. Isaac's always coming in with these jokes. Always coming in hot with the jokes. I keep telling Isaac he needs to have a Instagram comedy page where he just posts jokes. I think it could take off, Isaac. People love that stuff. All right, so our cuff is going to be shop 2. Shop 2, and remember, no spaces, SHOP 2, enter. Then you'll get the link. And when you do that, y'all, we're not instantly charging you. We aren't, we're not instantly charging you. We're not like, what am I trying to say? Why can't I get my words out? We're not instantly charging you. We're not trying to, we're not going to instantly charge your credit card. I don't know why that was something that made me just completely, I think I was reading y'all's comments and I lost my train of thought. We're not going to instantly charge you. We're just giving you the option. We're giving you the link so that you can make your purchase. Because if you went to the website and tried to find these pieces, y'all, we have so much. We have so much, and I love our website, but it can be hard to find what you're looking for simply because of the volume of items that we have. So that's why I say that. Isaac, I would get canceled for being offensive. Cancel's out. Cancel culture's out. Okay, now we're bringing in a ring. I love the order we've done because we've done a little bit of everything. We have the bracelet, we have the necklace, we have the ring. Now, this ring's really neat, you guys. So we're going to have the Toulon Noggin. That's your first option. I do believe we have these in the Palladian and the Bourbador as well. So what we've done with this ring is, if you're familiar with Bali Legacy, if you're a collector of Bali Legacy, the Tulong Naga, the Padian, and the Borobudur. Those are our staple 3 links on chains. Those are Balinese style chains. Gorgeous. So what we've done with these rings is we've actually replicated the look. There we go. Okay. Bina Lynn, hopefully I'm saying that, Bina Lynn, hold our money hostage, LOL. Yeah, I was trying to explain, I was like, we're not like instantly taking the money. We're not charging you. We don't even have access. I think that's what I was trying to say. We don't even have access to the money. What we're doing is we're just getting the response like, oh, they like it. And so we send you the link. It triggers, the comment triggers the link to be sent to your inbox. So that's what I was trying to get across. I love the way you put that. We will not be holding your money hostage. If you comment, we're not like, oop, we snatched that. We don't even have access to it. So don't y'all worry about that. If you like something, I always say, just go ahead and comment, because you're not obligated to purchase it. We're not charging you. It's literally just going to send you a link, and maybe you buy it in a month, right? Maybe you're not in the market for it right now, but down the road, you're like, ooh, I really love that ring. I just got a little bonus at work. I'm going to go back and buy it. So with this ring, what we've done is we've actually, we've kind of recreated the look of those staple chains in a stationary ring. So on the front of this ring, you're going to see the pattern of a Tulong Naga chain. Now, it's not an actual chain. It's not the material of a chain, but we recreated, you can see right here, the look of the Tulong Naga pattern chain. And then as you move down the sides, you kind of have this almost palm leaf design moving down the side. But basically, if you are a collector or a fan of the Bali Legacy jewelry, this ring is going to go really great with your Tulong Naga pieces, because this portion right here, that is the design of the Tulong Naga, and we've imprinted that here on the front of this ring. So you can see from underneath, of course, beautiful undergallery. We've come to love that with our Bali Legacy collection, but this isn't an actual chain piece. We've just replicated the look of that chain and imprinted it there on the front of your ring. Now take a peek, very easy to wear. It does have like a little bit of a saddle look to it, so it kind of dips down, it comes up on the edges. However, it's still like not super high profile by any means. It's got somewhat of a low profile to it. So super easy to wear. These are great all day, every day wear rings, chains. Your Bali Legacy pieces, honestly, you guys, these could be pieces that you just wear day in and day out. And what I love about them is they all mix and match. So say you have this ring, you don't necessarily have to have the Tulong Naga chain. You could have the Padian. You could have the Borobudur. They're all going to mix and match beautifully, because like I was saying earlier, they all have kind of that oxidized look to them. You're going to see more of that shadowing in your silver. And so when you start your Bali Legacy collection and you add more and more pieces, you'll have so much fun mixing and matching different pieces from your collection whenever you're putting your jewelry on. Price point on this, amazing, you guys. Okay, so it's $39.99. We're going to take it down to $30. $30, and guess what your budget pay is? $10. That is the magic number for budget pay, a $10 budget pay on this ring. Now, we did have size 5. We are sold out, so we'll be going from size 6 through 10. DJ, do we have size 5 on either of the other styles? Okay, the Padian has a size 5. The Borobudur were sold out, so if you are looking for a size 5, the only options that we have the size 5 in is the Padian. So petite fingered friends, or if you were looking at this as a pinky ring and you wanted the size 5, you would want to go with the Padian, okay? All three, same price, $39.99. You should be able to apply the coupon code to all three. If for some reason you can't, call the personal shoppers and see if they will help you out with that, okay? This is going to be shop 3. Oh, perfect. Now, y'all, we really are doing the full lineup. So we started with a necklace, we got into the cuff, we did the ring, and now we have the hoops. And talking about Padian, right? I was literally just saying, if you need the size 5 in the ring, go with the Padian option. So these earrings are actually going to be same 3 options. You have the Bourbador, the Padian, and the Toulon Nugget. And what we've done is the same thing we were doing with the ring, where we have essentially created the look of that link in our Bali Legacy collection, but we've created that in a solid form on these hoop earrings. So I am wearing the Padian. Now these have a nice little hinge closure, so it just kind of opens up top. And you'll see here behind me, I'll show you where we've added in the imprint of the Padian. So you have your Padian kind of woven look here. It goes into a solid silver and then it dips back down. So that alternates as you move your way around the hoop earring. I have them in, but I'm gonna show you up close. Well, I want to say they're 1 inch, so they're the perfect size. They're not too thick as well, but you see how you have the texturing, flat silver texturing, and it moves all the way around the ear. Now I'm going to take one out and measure it for you. Hello, Mario. Good morning. Yep. Actually, just over 1 inch, so 1.1 inches on the diameter there. And here's that hinge I was talking about. So you just pop that, it goes completely up, slip that in, and then you'll hear that kind of click into place. Now here I'm talking about the texture, right? So you have your Padian styling, you have your smoothed out silver that does have like a distinction in it, so it's not totally flat. Back to your Padian, back to the smooth, and it alters all the way around that hoop. I love these, y'all. If you're just looking for a very easy to wear staple hoop earring, these are great. Like truly, these are awesome. They're not too heavy, so you're looking at 7.71 grams on your silver, okay? 7.71 grams, so not too heavy for an everyday wear hoop. You could throw these on with a simple dress like I have. You could also dress them up. That is one thing that I would say about hoops is they're really easy to dress up, right? Like hoops, you can dress them up, you can dress them down, however you personally want to wear them. Lots of options when it comes to a hoop earring, especially in sterling silver. Sterling silver is that metal that, you know, you can be very casual and you can put on your sterling silver. You can also be, you know, getting a little bit fancy and you can put on your silver depending on what pieces you're putting on. So I love sterling silver for that reason. I love the versatility of it. I love that it's just easy to wear. Now, of course, with sterling silver in time, you might have to polish it. You're going to want to make sure you take measures so that it doesn't tarnish, right? Is keeping it in a plastic bag, making sure that those pieces don't tarnish. But if they do, you're always able to just polish them right back up, back to new, back to square one. So these hoops, which I adore, are starting at $50. We're going to apply that coupon code. That is bringing you to $37.50, and then you have 4 budget payments. So y'all are actually going to pay under $10 a month to get home these hoops. That budget pays $9.37 to get these home. That will be, of course, well, let's see, we're at $37.50. So you will not be eligible for complimentary shipping. However, if you go ahead and comment shop 4, get the link, add them to your cart. If you like something else in the show, or if you like something else on the website and you add that to your cart, as long as you hit $49.99, you'll get the free shipping. So I would just wait to check out at the end of the show, because personally for me, I'm like, so the other day actually, I was ordering a pair of pajamas from Walmart, walmart.com, and I placed the order and I was like, wait, that was way more expensive than that was supposed to be. And I go back and it was $6 shipping. I'm like, what? $6 shipping? So what I did is I just went back and I canceled that order, which Walmart's great about that. They instantly canceled it. And then I replaced the order and I added a second pair of pajamas to it, because I was like, why would I pay $6 shipping? If anything, if I don't like the second pair, you know, I can return them. But I was like, why would I pay $6 on shipping when I could just get something for like $7, right? And actually own it and have it. So I would just say, if you're going to pay shipping, just see what we have on the website. Maybe it's something in beauty, right? Maybe it's a lotion that's like, you know, $10. You add that to your cart. Or I guess it would need to be like $12. You add that to your cart, and then you're going to not pay the shipping, and you're going to get something in addition to your earrings. Oh, that's very true. Miss Pat Perkins is spot on. She said shoplc.com has tarnish-free jewelry boxes. They do. So if you are a collector of Bali Legacy jewelry, I do recommend that you invest in one of our tarnish-free jewelry boxes. Let me see, I'll pull one of those up on the app for you guys. And also, I wanted to mention that to you as well. If y'all don't have the app, you have to get the app. Where's my app? delete it? No, here it is. Okay. Okay, so Shop LC app, y'all. So easy to shop on our app. Now I'm going to type in tarnish-free jewelry box. Anti-tarnish. So you can get a set of 3. You can get 1. This is a 2-tier. Oh, this is really pretty. So this is like a briefcase jewelry box. And this is going to be an anti-tarnish. So that is on the website. We have so many options in our anti-tarnish jewelry boxes right there on the app or the web. And see how easy this is? You type it in and you just click add to cart. Okay, it's been added to my cart. And you can see the different color options. It's a super easy way to shop. I really encourage y'all get the app. It is, the app is like, y'all, it's just such a great tool. And I have noticed even for myself that when I've started utilizing the app, it just makes it so easy because you can also keep track of everything. So you can keep track of, okay, this is what I have coming. This is when the order was placed. This is when they say it's going to arrive. It's just a nice way to keep track of your shopping and your expenses. So I love utilizing the app for that reason. And what is Isaac saying? But specially marked 20-ounce Pepsi, they're giving away, buy specially marked 20-ounce Pepsi, they're giving away $20,000 every week. Oh, hot dang. Okay, Isaac, I'm really not a Pepsi drinker, but that's pretty cool. Is it like under the lids or something, or how's that working out? Mario, thank you so much. Mario said, you are doing a great job. Thank you, Mario. I so appreciate that. You just made my day. Those comments, you guys, never underestimate the impact of a kind comment. Because honestly, y'all, it can get you down sometimes, right? Life can just get you down. And so a nice comment can be so uplifting, so positive, and so thank you for that. I so appreciate that kind comment. Okay, these were our Bali Legacy earrings, first pair of earrings of the day. We do have a few more earrings headed your way. However, these are the only true hoops. So for my hoop girls out there, hoop, hoop-de-doo, hoop-de-doo. I love hoops. I will be rocking hoops all the time. I have a couple of pairs, and when in doubt, I put on my hoops. I look good and I feel good. All right, those will be shop 4. Now we're moving into a cuff that, okay, it's 7¼ inches, but as soon as I saw it, I thought, you know what? I feel like this could be for the gentleman. And one thing I want to say with this is you are going to have, I believe, and I'm going to double check, a little bit of flexibility here. So you could open it up a little bit. It has that look. It's very prominent, and so it just has this very strong presence. Now, what I love about this is it's actually angel wings. Oh yes, okay y'all, you have a little flexibility. You want to be very careful when sizing your sterling silver. Don't just, if you're pushing it and prodding it and you're doing, you know, this, that, and the other, y'all, like, you could ultimately kind of really mess up the shape of your sterling silver. So you want to be very delicate when you're either adjusting it to make it larger. You're going to want to just gently pull outward. Okay, y'all saw how gently I did that. Or if you're wanting to make it smaller, which is probably what I'd want to do, have it on, and you're just kind of going to give it a squeeze from the sides so that it maintains its shape. You're just kind of closing the gap there. That's how you're going to want to do your sterling silver. If you just flimsy pull it, you're going to start messing up the shape, and then it's going to lose that beautiful shape. I need y'all just to embrace that right now. I love this design. Now, traditionally speaking, I would say this is too big for me. It's too bulky for me. But you have the double cross in the center, such a beautiful symbol, and the angel wings moving outward from that. So this is just like this piece that, it's like this heavenly realm piece, right? It's so beautiful. It's so representative of God, of His love, His protection, His provision over our lives. Now, as you move to the back of the bracelet, you have this beautiful kind of like, almost like wavy kind of filigree work. It's just kind of like this whimsical, honestly to me, it's like if you imagine what the wind looks like. So like those wings are flying. You imagine what the wind looks like moving beyond that. This to me looks like the movement of the wind. And then of course, here's the inside of that. Very comfortable. Very, very comfortable on. You are getting 25 grams of sterling silver. Gosh, it's so beautiful. And look at the top. You have this like finished top here, just kind of giving it that shape and structure. I love this. So 7¼ inches. So 7¼ I always say, if y'all shop with us here at Shop LC, y'all know our clothing line is Tansy. And majority of our Tansy pieces are one size fits most. And when I see a cuff like this, that's 7¼ I call it like the Tansy of bracelets, because that means it's going to fit pretty much any wrist out there beautifully. I just can't get over the representation, you guys. I have been in awe of God lately. And you see something like this and it's like, you know, the cross, it represents, hey, we're forgiven. It's done. It's finished. We don't have to live in our sin. We get to wake up and start fresh. We're covered in grace. Then you see those angel wings, and that reminds you of God's protection, right? Like we are always being protected. We're always being watched over. He's always keeping an eye on us. And you can think about times in your life where you've experienced that protection, where you've been in instances where, oh my goodness, I can't believe that was so irresponsible, and I can't believe that I came out, you know, safe. And it's like, that's only God, right? So I just love this. I love the representation on the bracelet. Let me measure it for you, because it is, I don't want to say it's like super chunky, because you can see it on me. It's not like too over the top, but it is thicker. So at its thickest portion, from the top to bottom of the cross, it's just under an inch. But it does get thinner as you make your way to the back of the wrist. So this is going to be, price point. We gotta get to the price point, because that's the best part, right, y'all? Okay, so your price point is, we are starting at $159. We're gonna go down to $120, and then you'll have 5 budget payments. So you're coming in at $24, y'all. $24 on your budget pay for this gorgeous cuff bracelet. That will be shop 5, okay? Shop 5 for our cuff bracelet. It's just stunning. And it's such a, like, normally a bracelet like that, I'd be like, oh, it's too bulky, it's too big for me. But I just love the presence of the cross and the angel wings, and I think that makes it very, very unisex. Okay, who is ready to mix it up a bit? I'm always ready to mix it up, right? It just makes it exciting. Let's take a peek at our comments right quick. We have from Bina Lynn, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. It's so hard with different usernames. So the internet is a savage place at times. You are awesome. Otherwise, we wouldn't watch you. Thank you. I so appreciate that. Y'all are so kind today. It is truly making my day. I really appreciate it. And you're right. The internet is a savage place, you guys. It is savage. It is a wild world out there on the internet. Okay. Like I said, who's ready to mix it up? So, on these earrings, we are not only incorporating the gorgeous artisan sterling silver, we are also bringing in genuine abalone shell. Now, I have come to love abalone shell. When we were doing our Amazon live shows for a while, we have an Amazon marketplace, and when we were doing those shows, we would almost always have abalone shell earrings. They're a huge hit, and I came to love abalone shell because the colors that you get in abalone shell, to me, remind me of being at the beach, of being at the ocean. You get greens, you get blues, you get golds, you get silvers. It looks like and reminds me of when you're sitting at the edge of the ocean where the water hits the sand, right? The water hits the coast, right? So you're standing there, and as you're standing and the water comes up, you're seeing the kind of the crash of the waves, and that's like the golds and the silvers and the sand underneath. So that's kind of bringing in those earthy tones, but then you see the colors of the water, the blues, the greens. And so to me, abalone shell really captures the essence of the waves crashing on the shore. And I love it. The beach is my happy place. You know, with my other job, my mom and I have been lucky. We get to go to Daytona at least once a year, sometimes twice a year for my automotive job. And it's our happy place. And the funny thing is like Daytona Beach, it's not the most gorgeous ocean in the world, or beach in the world, right? The water isn't like see-through blue. It's not like we're in Bora Bora, but it's the essence of the ocean. It's that calming sound of the waves hitting the shore. It's just being near, walking in the sand. It's so grounding. It connects you with God. it reminds you of how vast and just how big and beautiful our world is, and that's all God. So the ocean is such a calming thing to me. And so when these earrings, when I started seeing abalone shell more and more, I'm like, man, it really captures the ocean. It captures that essence. And so I just love that. Now, these are kind of like almost a love knot styling. You know, we've done the love knots with like diamonds and moissanite, where you'll see kind of the intertwined ribbons of these gemstones. This is intertwined ribboning of what I would say is like an abalone shell ribboning, and then this beautiful textured silver ribboning. Now you're gonna have a traditional fish hook, so just a nice lovely dangle earring. They've got nice movement, you can kind of see there, which is great with the abalone shell, because when the light hits it, you're gonna see those beautiful colors reflected, as I was mentioning. Now I'll measure these for you. I'll also give you an up close peek on the ear. I just got a notification, y'all. My Walmart pajamas are arriving today. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm going on a girls trip later in the month with my friend Tyra. And so, of course, because when you're going on a girls trip, you got to get matching PJs. So we got matching PJs, and we are so excited. It was like a scavenger hunt trying to find these matching pajamas. So I'll tell y'all a brief story time. One day I left work, and we have a Walmart right across the way. And so I was like, ooh, let me just pop in. My mom and I have matching pajamas from Walmart that we love, that I got us for a Florida trip. And we've worn them now for like 3 Florida trips. They're like the perfect Florida trip pajamas. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to go check on that brand, because they're like good price. They hold up really well. I'm not throwing any shade at Target, but y'all, I have some pajamas from Target that have not held up. The fabric is all balled, like the material just balled up. I have a big bag right now of donations, and it might just be time to donate those, because they're just not holding up well. But I love the pattern. They're like pink and white stripe. But my Walmart ones have probably been washed the same amount of times, and they're like perfect condition. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go check out this brand. And I found us a pair that we both love. They're like coral with lemons on them, very summery, very fun, and they're capri pants instead of shorts, so they're nice like in a hotel room if you want to keep it a little bit cooler, and also like even moving into kind of the fall time, you can still wear them. So I see an extra small, but I don't think there was a small, so I was like, okay, I'll wait, I'll get them another time. Well, then she went to the Walmart by where we live and couldn't find any, so I'm like, okay, great. Well, okay, so then I go online. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just get them online then. They're sold out in the extra small. I'm like, great. So I went back home to Dallas, just visiting my friends and family. Came back. I'm like, well, they're definitely probably gone by now. So Saturday, in between the shows, I was like, I'm just going to give it a try. And I went to the Walmart. The extra small was still there. They didn't have a tag. And y'all, they sold me these pajamas for $7. I don't know if like, because they didn't have the tag, she typed in the number on the tag that's like sewn in, and they came up to be $7. And I was like, she was like, do you want them? And I was like, yes please. So I got those for $7, and then my friend ordered her small online. So getting our pajamas. Isaac said, I'm cheap and I don't even wear Walmart clothes. Well, Isaac, you're missing out, because they got some good stuff. Okay, really good stuff. I'm very proud of these Walmart pajamas. If y'all saw them, y'all be like, oh, I know why she's getting those. Actually, I'll show y'all my Walmart pajamas, because I am proud of them. And while I'm looking them up, look at the glow from your abalone shell. Do y'all see that? That abalone shell is so pretty. It truly glows. And y'all see what I mean about the shape? It's almost like a love knot, but it also could have the look of being, it could also have the look of being like floral, right, for this kind of season. Wait, why does it not let me click on them? Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't let me click on them, which is just frustrating. Oh, here we go. Aren't those so cute? So cute. Pajamas. I love these. Those are at Walmart, y'all. So check your local Walmart. And they're super soft too. They're not itchy. They're like super soft material. Okay, so there's your abalone shell. Were y'all mesmerized by that? You're almost even seeing purples in there. Gorgeous. And it's interwoven with your sterling silver, which is textured. We'll do a little measurement here for you. Okay, so the actual little pendant itself is about 3/4 of an inch. But if you're looking at what from where it falls on the ear, it's about 1 1/4 inches. Look at the colors, you guys. So beautiful for summer, right? With that purple kind of falling through it as well. Gorgeous. Okay, so let's get into the price on these. I just love these, and these do have a 5-star review, so we might have to take a peek at that as well. $59.99 is your start price. We're gonna bring you down to $45, y'all. $45 for budget payments. That brings you to $11.25 to get home these gorgeous earrings. Perfect for summertime, perfect for your beach vacations, y'all. Abalone shell looks beautiful in tropical destinations. It's also really great because if you go to those tropical destinations and you go into all the little boutique shops, which I love to do, that's like, to me, any kind of trip is not complete if we don't find like some cute little boutique shops. But we have to take a quick pause because it is 11:11. 11:11. So let's take a pause, and if y'all are new here on the live stream with me, anytime I'm hosting and it's 11:11, my mom raised me that when you make a wish, it's really a prayer. So at 11:11, that's my personal reminder to say a quick little prayer, and I allow you this time to take a big breath, take a deep breath, right? Just kind of pause, think a happy thought. Maybe you just need to clear your brain for a minute. Whatever it is, take this moment to do that for yourself. Okay, friends, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope you made the most of it, because sometimes we can get really busy in our day and we literally don't even take 60 seconds to breathe, to think, to calm down. And so I hope you took that moment, however you needed to use it, to just recalibrate, right? Recalibrate for the day. It can get so hard sometimes to take those minutes of pause, of breath. So hopefully you were able to do that. All right, friends, those are going to be coming home to you for $11.25 on budget pay. Perfect time of year, like I was saying, if you're going in the boutique shops in 30A or Seaside or any of those places, you're going to see abalone shell, and it's going to be pricey. It's going to be expensive because of where you're at, right? So come on in, call that number on your screen. You'll love them. These are just like, you know, I know for Bali Legacy pieces, sometimes they don't seem super feminine, right? They have such a articulated and detailed presence, so they don't always have the most feminine details. These are very feminine. So anyone out there who has kind of steered away from Bali Legacy because they think it's a little too bold for them, I think these would be perfect. They're just beautiful. Those will be shop 6. Shop 6 for our abalone shell and sterling silver earrings. I adore them. They might be one of my favorite pieces of the show. Now, we do have plenty more coming your way. We actually even have a piece that has 22 karat gold over, which I love. We only got one of those pieces on the live stream, so if you like your gold look, that is going to be coming up, and we have one piece. So make sure you stick around for that. All right, now we are bringing you another gorgeous chain. Now this one is going to be a little bit lighter in gram weight than our first. I believe our first chain was 77 grams. This is going to be 55 grams. Now, you'll have the options on your closures. We have, I believe, this is going to be the Panther. What other closure options do we have? A dragon, the dragon, and the lion. Okay, so this is your Panther. So this is what I was talking about, is how with that closure, remember there's like the pull, the push forward tab. This is the original, where what you do is you just push down and it pulls out. Okay, and then the newer versions, what they've done, this is the one that was like 77. This is your 55. So this was shop 1 if you want the bigger, bolder. Now, so with these newer ones, you push forward on this. There you go, like that. You push forward on that. So that's a slightly different process. With these, very simple. You push down on the Panther. You take that closure out. A little bit more dainty for my ladies out there, okay? Like I was saying, shop 1, I think that'd be a great Father's Day gift. That one's totally unisex for the gentlemen who wear like a little bit bigger, bolder chains. So I'm gonna take that Panther. I'm actually gonna wear the Panther in the front. I'm gonna let that be the focal point of the chain. I have it slightly twisted, sorry you guys. Okay, so we're push down here. Okay, there you have your Panther. Hey, speaking of Panthers, that was my high school mascot, the Panthers. There's your Panther, there's your beautiful chain. Now, it's a matte texture, so you are going to see again that oxidized look. It's not like a high polished silver, it's a matte silver, so really going to emphasize the contrast of your oxidizing next to that silver. So it's going to give you really nice contrast. It is sitting at 20 inches, so again, this could be unisex if you wanted it to be. However, it can also be a little bit more for the ladies, and I would say option 1 could be a little bit more for the gentlemen. But again, to each their own, right? We all have our own personal preference when it comes to jewelry, right? So I like dainty pieces. Some of y'all might be like, no way, I like the bigger the better, right? The bigger, the bolder, the better. So I adore this. It's 55 grams of silver, and it just presents beautifully on the neckline, right? Look at that. I mean, there's an elegance to it. Now, if you wanted to, you could put the Panther in the back and simply use that. That's just your closure. That's just your closure. Nothing else. Just that's your closure. And then here's your chain. And it really does fill in the neckline. As we were saying with the first one, obviously a little bit more on the dainty side, but it does have presence and prominence on the neckline. You could even add a little charm if you wanted to, or charms around the neckline. You know, Hunter was the one who got me thinking on that mind track of like adding charms to these Bali Legacy pieces, because I hadn't really thought of that before. But when you have these larger links, you could add little charms kind of across the front of the neckline, just space them out a little bit. That would be gorgeous. Now, price point on this is $229.99. We are going to get you that coupon code, bringing you down to under $200. That comes down to $172.50. Under $200, 5 budget payments. That brings you to $34 to get this home. $34. We have Judy Phillips joining. She said, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Judy. I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Can y'all believe we're halfway through the week? Oh my goodness. Let us know where you're tuning in from, Judy. We would love to get to know you better. Isaac said, I wear a Bali Legacy sterling silver ring I won. Oh, heck yeah. Isaac, how much did you pay? It was from the dollar auctions, right? How much did you pay on the dollar auctions for your Bali Legacy ring? That's amazing. Miss Peppery said, I have your high school mascot necklace still with a diamond look. Oh, you did have a Panther like that. I forgot you had a Panther like that. That would be fun maybe one day to go back to a high school game. I don't know, maybe. I went to plenty on Thrill Team back in the day. Okay, I'm going to slip this off, but I do want to read y'all the reviews because this has a 5-star rating across the board. And that is something to brag about, y'all. I know that I mention our ratings a lot, but 5-star ratings, that's just really amazing. So with this necklace in particular, let's see what our customers are saying. Trina wrote, lovely piece. I purchased this because it's a very, very popular style right now, and the prices for this can be quite high. It's extremely detailed and very beautiful. My idea is to shorten it to a choker style. I'm hoping that it's possible to do. Shop LC gave an incredible price. I actually, let's see. Oh, you know what? You wouldn't be able to, I don't think, with the closure. No, you could. Oh my gosh, you guys, look. You can actually shorten it with that Panther closure. You just have him bite down on a different link. There you go. And then you can wear it higher on the neckline. Let's test that. Marvin wrote, the clasp Neck chain 5 stars. Trina. Oh, there we go. She wrote, it's a beautiful detailed piece. I actually saw a gorgeous choker exactly like this necklace, and I got it thinking perhaps I can change it to be a choker instead. After looking at, there's not a way to take any of the links apart, but I'm not going to give up. I saw a designer have this style as a 14-inch, 15-inch, and it was over $1,500. Okay, y'all, but I think we can do it. Let's see. Look, so you don't actually have to take a link out, but you could wear it. That's very tight. So maybe don't wear it that tight as a choker, but actually it's very pretty. And I didn't remove anything. What I did is I just tightened it. So that's going to hang down if that doesn't bother you. It's actually kind of pretty. If you had your hair up and you have that hanging down, kind of a nice look. Okay, that is shop 7. Shop 7, lucky number 7. Ooh, ooh. Okay, we went over the price. We are good to rock and roll. So those are our 2 big prominent chains we've now covered. One for the gents, one for the ladies. Of course, both completely unisex, but you know, just if you want something a bit more dainty, you could go with the shop 7. Now, we are going to get into another cuff that again, this one's very bold in like size-wise, but very feminine. And so I like to point that out to you guys because just because something's big and bold doesn't mean that it's not feminine as well. So this cuff, okay, this is not going to be able to be sized because it is so thick and prominent. Y'all, I cannot wait for y'all to see just the sheer thickness in this silver. You're getting 64.4 grams of sterling silver on this cuff. I mean, this is it's a piece of art. Like, truly, it is a piece of art. The display on this, take a quick sip of my coffee, clear my throat for a second. Let's do a quick poll. So we're gonna call this our check-in. We're gonna do a check-in. Let's do a how you feeling today check-in. All right, so do a how you feeling today. You're feeling, what option should we give? You're feeling happy, you're feeling tired, you're feeling okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a mood check-in, but we're going to do it on a scale of 1 to 10. So 10 is you're bouncing off the walls, you're so happy, you're motivated, you're ready to take on the day. 1 is you're a little bit down, you're kind of tired, you're like, ugh, another Wednesday. Where are you feeling on a 1 to 10? 10 being, woohoo, let's take on the day. 1 being, I've been better. Okay, where are you feeling on that spectrum, 1 through 10?
I feel like 5 would be I've been better.
It would be?
Yeah.
So 1 is like, I'm horrible?
Yeah.
And 5 is like, I've been better, but I'm okay?
Yeah. Okay,
thank you. That's good to give a little more detail. That was a really broad spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably at like a 7. I'm like at a 7 today. Like, you know, I'm happy, I'm feeling motivated. I'm also like a little tired. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this. Isaac's at a 0.00. Isaac, don't you dare. You're tuning into the live stream. That has to at least put you at a 2, right? Where are you, DJ?
I guess a 6.5.
Okay, you're kind of there with me.
Yeah.
You're like, we're hanging in there. It could definitely be worse.
That's true.
But there's some good things. Isaac, I hope you're at least at a 2. I hope I can at least bring your mood to a 2 from a 0.00. So let us know in the comments. That's just going to be our little daily check-in today. Sometimes it's good just to do those check-ins with yourself, you know, just to kind of acknowledge where you are. Miss Pat Perkins she's sleepy. I think that's what those emojis are saying.
Sleepy out of 10.
You got to give us a number. She just sent us all the sleepy emojis. She's like, this is where I'm at today. Okay, I am tired. Isaac, My looks are a 2, my attitude is a 0. Isaac, that's why we do 11-11. That's why we do that, so that we can lift our spirits at least up a notch, okay? I need your attitude to at least be at a 1. Positive, good vibes, good energy. That's what we're putting out there today for ourselves, okay? All right, so let's get into this big, bold cuff. Y'all, this is the most substantial Bali Legacy cuff I think I've ever seen. So the display on this, you have right in the center this beautiful floral motif. So you've got these daisies in the center, and then those are surrounded. You've got 2 butterflies, and then you've got 2 additional butterflies kind of flying on the outer edges. So just kind of this whimsical butterfly garden. Now you do have a little hinge here. Okay, so it is a hinged cuff. It's 7¼ inches. It is going to be your one size fits most. And like I was saying though, there's no adjustability, but with that hinge, if you needed it to be a little bit bigger, the hinge would just open ever so slightly. If you needed it to be smaller, that's where it's just kind of like, there's not an option there. So to slip this on, I just kind of linked it through. Oh my goodness, are y'all seeing this? Oh my goodness gracious, that is a huge cuff. Now I'm gonna measure it here in the thickness, but then I'm gonna show y'all from the side and your jaws will drop. Okay, so at the thickest, about 1 inch. Now I'm gonna open that little portion. Look how beautifully done the inside is. You see all that beautiful metalwork. Here's the front. Okay, you've got those flowers here, the butterflies flying outward, and then on the outer edges you have your butterflies as well. So it's just like this whimsical garden. Here's the moment we've been waiting for. Look at that. Look at the actual thickness on like the actual make of your cuff. I mean, it is so thick. Look at that. I can't get over it. Like, just to give you comparison, and y'all know I love the cross and angel wings. Here's the thickness compared to the thickness. Y'all see why I'm just totally mesmerized by that? This is like so thick, so prominent. That's why this one is sizable. You could give it the little pinch. This one is too thick to be sizable. It is stunning. 64 grams. Wow. Just wow. That is amazing. You guys, 64 grams of sterling silver. Beautiful detailing. Yeah. Mystery Master said details so pretty. Isaac said I should be happy, Natalie, like 2 of my posts. Isaac, you should be happy. You should. That's a good thing. That should put a smile on your face. Make the world a better place. If y'all needed a daily reminder of why I'm not a singer, why I'm here with y'all on Shop LC, that was it, okay? All right, so price point on this is $339. We're going to get that coupon code for you. Bring you down to $255 with 5 budget payments. That takes you to $51 on your budget pay. $51 on budget pay. Y'all, I just love this bracelet. I really do. It's such a beautiful demonstration of nature. It has such a feminine presence to it while still maintaining a lot of sterling silver, a very strong, bold presence, but still bringing in those feminine elements. And to me, that's the perfect balance. I always want feminine, elegant pieces, but then I like to bring in that feminine look. But then I like to have, I'm really into the feminine look, right? But then I like to have the gram weight, right? And the structure and the strength behind it as well. Let's take a peek at this review real quick. This does have a 5-star rating. So taking a peek at that, that will be from Cynthia, and she was short and sweet. She said, love it, with 5 stars. Honestly, you guys, sometimes you don't need to say that much. It's just like, yeah, I love it. I'm sold. I'm in. Isaac, I bought 5 lottery tickets and didn't win. Isaac, you're being the Debbie Downer in here today. That's my job. I'm the Debbie Downer. You're not supposed to be the Debbie Downer. I'm not a Debbie Downer today, though. I'm in a great sunshiny mood today. Okay. I'm just thinking through. I was thinking through our work schedules. I'm so silly, you guys. I'll literally be sitting here and like a thought just like swoops into my mind and swoops right on out. Okay, so we're going to continue with Bali Legacy. I was going to see if I could pull up anything from Bali to show you guys my personal Bali experiences, because y'all, it was amazing. I love Bali. so much. It was a solo trip, and I think solo trips like that are so important just for like really building your confidence. Trying to find. Okay. Oh, y'all, when I type in Bali on my phone now, Bali Legacy Jewelry comes up. Isn't that hilarious? Oh, Miss Pepperins, I'm mad at myself. I didn't order the moissanite and pink stones the other night. Dion bought it. She did. The tennis bracelet, it was moissanite with pink sapphire. Dion did buy it. As soon as we came off, she said, thanks, you guys. I'm buying that. Okay, let's get into some Bali. Some of my personal Bali experience. So, this is in Bali. And y'all, Bali, they're known for their coffee. So, here are some of the different like flavors of coffee. Those are beans. The process of making it, roasting it. Am I going the wrong direction? Oh yeah. Then here are like y'all, these are all different flavors of coffees to try. Y'all know I was in heaven. I did the tasting with like a German couple from my hotel. How cool is that though, getting to try all of those coffees? Y'all know I'm like a coffee maniac, so trying all those was so cool. What else can I show y'all? This is a really neat photo. I think this little like kind of tower, that's very like representative. I loved it because look at the dog. He's right there in the center and he's just like, hey, what you doing? This is my house. Why are you staring at me? But I think this architecture, we kind of see that in a lot of the Bali Legacy jewelry. So many sweet dogs, you guys. The amount of photos of dogs I have is crazy. I have a lot of photos here. I haven't shown y'all many of these from Bali. Oh, these are like the fields. Not so pretty. Such a beautiful place. I like showing y'all these to kind of give y'all a little bit of culture behind what we're showcasing. And we've got monkeys here too.
Hey, monkeys?
Yeah, look. Let's see if I can find. Thought I had a great picture with the monkeys. Look at this one. The mom holding the baby.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
So sweet. Look at the baby monkey, y'all. So that is all from Bali, and I can show y'all even more later because I am. There's no. When it comes to me, I don't lack on taking photos. I genuinely enjoy taking photos of everything, all the monkeys. So speaking of, we're getting into this next bracelet now. What we have here today, and that's something I'll show you too in a minute. So this is going to be. We have it in the butterfly, the dragonfly, and the elephant. Now I have the elephant. And what you get on this bracelet is you're gonna have the elephant face. That's the focal point of the bracelet. And then you're gonna have two long naga strands. Those are gonna hold the bracelet. They're gonna give you that construct on the wrist. Now, when you get to the closure, you have a toggle closure with 3 adjustable portions. So it's gonna go from 6.5 to 8 inches. So think about it like your traditional sizes. 6.5, 7 1/4, or 8. You're getting about 17 grams. That'll vary just ever so slightly based on if you go with the elephant, the butterfly, or the dragonfly. Now, if you're wanting a very feminine look, very soft look for summer, I would say the butterfly or the dragonfly are adorable. And then if you want that good luck symbol, I really love the elephant. So I am currently wearing the elephant. Let me slip that toggle closure through. And y'all, I gotta say, I love toggle closures because I actually feel like they give you an added level of detail, right? So with a toggle closure, you're not just getting you know, the look of your jewelry, but you're also getting this beautiful dangle there as well, which to me adds a little bit of femininity to any piece of jewelry. So this is your elephant. I think we've showcased here on the site the butterfly before, and I want to put in real quick. Y'all know I love sharing things, so let's see if I can find it. Okay, y'all ready for this? This is so neat. Okay, so this was not in Bali, but this was in Thailand. Feeding the elephants. Look how sweet he is. Can y'all even believe it? They were so sweet. You can give them kisses. Elephants are so sweet, you guys. Oh my goodness. That moment is like taking me back right now. And they would just scoop up the bananas right there from your hand. They just scoop them up real quick. So sweet. Oh my goodness. And they're wild. They're not caged or anything like that. They're just kind of roaming about. So if you were worried about that, don't worry. They're just roaming about. It's just so neat, you guys. And we got to bathe them. They're so sweet, y'all. I've always loved elephants, but getting to bathe them and feed them was so, so special. I kind of forgot all about that. What an amazing experience. But yeah, elephants have, and Hunter was actually talking about it, and then my mom was telling me this crazy story that's so sweet. So my mom was telling me the story, and Mom, if you're on here and I miss it, let me know if I say it incorrectly, but there was a mother elephant and a baby elephant. I think the baby elephant got hurt and I think passed away, and the mama elephant would not leave that spot. The mama elephant was like circling and so upset, like visibly upset. Elephants have a lot of emotions, very similar emotions, I think, to humans. They feel very deeply. My mom was telling me that story because Hunter had been talking about the elephants and how there was a certain trainer that worked with the elephants, and I forget what country this is, but when something happened to the trainer, he passed away, the elephants were walking around where he lived. They were walking and they were walking, and they're like, where is he? Where is he? Elephants really feel these emotions. They're very special creatures. So I love getting to wear this elephant right here, right now. So at the top of the elephant's head, you'll see the pebbling, like we saw earlier in the cuff, and then just beautiful metal work all throughout the structure of that elephant's face. There's his trunk. Here's your two long naga. You've got the two long naga portions, the two long naga portions making up the bracelet. And then you'll see your toggle closure in the back. Now that would be your 6.5, 7 1/4, or 8. I actually put it in one of these little loops here up top to make it even tighter on the wrist. Now behind me, that's going to be your butterfly option. So if you did want to go with the hyper feminine option, I would definitely say the butterfly is perfect. The butterfly is also great if you have a daughter, a granddaughter, anyone in your life who is headed off to college this fall. The butterfly is a really beautiful representation of, spreading your wings to fly, going on that new journey, going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. It gives you that really nice inner peace and confidence, right? Because if we think about a butterfly, what beauty can come from a caterpillar, then what beauty can come from you, right? If you think about even just the details on the wings of a butterfly. When I think about the details on the wings of a butterfly, if God is that detailed on the wings of a butterfly, how detailed is he on me? How detailed is he on you? So detailed. He is in the details. Oh my goodness. It is just, it's magical. All right. So Isaac said, I'll be better next show. I think I'll be back with y'all Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Saturday. I don't know who's here this afternoon. Do you, DJ?
Good question. Let me see.
There'll be someone else with y'all this afternoon. I'm going to work out the pricing on this bracelet while DJ gets to check out who's going to be with us this afternoon. $90. We're going to get that discount code. It comes to, wait.
Oh, Tanzanite with Becky Booker.
Becky. Oh my goodness. Okay, Becky's coming on this afternoon. I wasn't expecting that. Y'all, I'm working with Becky. We're doing the overnight on Friday together. That ought to be fun. We haven't gotten to work together before, so that'll be super fun. Okay, so you're looking at $67.50 for this bracelet. You're getting up to 17 grams of sterling silver. After that $67.50, you're gonna have 5 budget payments, $13.50. $13.50 to get that home. Again, really great, beautiful gifting piece. And just being able to give someone sterling silver. Now, that might be a little high price point wise for gifts. I know for traditionally gift, you know, it's like, it depends on the level of relationship, right? Like if it's a best friend, if it's a, you know, friend, but there's different levels of what you would gift, right? And that could fall into like a very close friend or even sister category at the $67.50. Okay, that will be shop 9. Shop 9 for the bracelet that features either your butterfly, your dragonfly, or your special sweet elephant. Shop 9, shop 9. You can always check the website for it too. Obviously, you know, the prices are typically better when they're live, but you never know. We could have that bracelet on the website still at a good price. All right, so now we have the corresponding necklace, and we had this one. Did we have this over the weekend? I feel like we had silver on Saturday. We might have actually had this necklace on our Saturday silver show as well. So it is the same idea, you guys. Now, of course, your butterfly, your dragonfly, or your elephant will be larger, right? It's going to be the focal point of the neckline. It's quite large on that pendant. I'll measure him for you. And then you have your two long naga portions. Those are going to be kind of the building blocks of this necklace. And since it is going all the way around the neck, okay, you'll have the 2 portions, and then those go to 1 portion of two long naga, and that brings you to your toggle closure in the back. There is that elephant, very sizable. Let's get this on the neckline and then we'll measure. You got a bit of adjustability there. So we're saying at 20 inches, I would say you could do this at 19 or 20. $179.99, that is your price point. Ooh, look at that, you guys. Now you are getting up to 36 grams of silver. You've got your double rows of two long naga, little loop, single row of two long naga. And you know, I love that we did the double rows because it allows the elephant, the butterfly, the dragonfly, whichever option, to sit perfectly straight and flat on the neckline. If you had one, I almost feel like it wouldn't hold it as firmly in place. It could be a little bit more wobbly. And so I love that we've given it that structure and support to sit perfectly in line on the neckline. Now measuring that across, you're looking at about 2 inches across on your elephant, and then top to bottom, you're looking at about 1 inch. Now if you went down to like where the trunk goes, about 1.5 inches. But I mean, it's prominent. It's definitely sizable and noticeable, which I love. Again, that silver just really pops on the black backdrop. You know, so if you had a black top on, but really any kind of solid color. That's the great thing about silver jewelry, you guys, is it's so easy to wear. I love silver jewelry. I've told y'all time and time again, if you were to look at my jewelry box, it's majority sterling silver. It's majority sterling silver bangles. It is items like, that's mostly what I wear in my collection because it's easier for me to match. I'm always in a rush. Y'all know that about me. It's easier to match sterling silver than it is to match gemstone jewelry. Okay, we have a few here. Isaac said I ended up with $17 the other day. I had $11. Way to go, Isaac. That was on a Saturday, right? Okay, so you didn't quite get to 22, but you did go up from 11. Travel with Jacob Clark. Hi, Jacob. He said, hi, Lauren, good to see you back on the live. What happened to Lindsay? Friends, Lindsay had to step away from the live stream for personal reasons. I will say this to anyone out there. If you are someone who prays, just keep Lindsay in your prayers. You can always reach out to her on Instagram. I believe she's at Lindsay Rose on Instagram, so you can always reach out to her there. But I would just say, if you are someone who prays, if you believe in the power of prayer, keep Lindsay in your prayers. We absolutely miss her here, and we just miss her sweetness. She's such a sweet person, and who knows, maybe one day she could come back. But right now, she's taking some time and focusing on her personal journey. So keep Lindsay in your prayers, and definitely if you feel called to, you can reach out to her on her Instagram. Okay, I'm sure she would love to know that y'all miss her. Isaac said you predicted 22. I know, I did. I predicted 22. That's like, I'm like, okay, you didn't exactly get to what I predicted, but you did go up from 11. So I feel like that's a win, right? You went up from 11. Thank you, Jacob. Yeah, definitely keep her in her prayers. And I will pass that along as well. That y'all are asking, reaching out, and also praying for her. I know that will mean so much to her. So thank you. We really appreciate that. Okay, continuing with our Bali legacy. Thank you, Jacob, for mentioning that, because I've been meaning to just ask everybody to pray for sweet Lindsay. Okay. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Isaac. Isaac, I think, Jacob, you're able to see that comment, but if you can't, Lindsay's Instagram handle is soft as a rose petal 75. So you can find her there and follow along with her. Okay. We're doing the ring. Oh, whoa. Okay, I didn't notice that. Y'all, I thought we were doing these separate, so we're doing a set now. And y'all are going to be blown away at the price point for a Bali Legacy set. So you're getting these hoop earrings. Now, it's a half hoop, and this is a very unique closure on these earrings. I'm going to come give y'all an up close. So what you do with these, and I love this because they keep the earrings, like since you have your sterling silver at the front, if these were traditional, they could kind of slide forward. So what with these is you're going to slip this through the ear. And then that back portion you put on, and it holds it right in place. Those are really pretty, aren't they? So these are going to be your dragonfly. Now, we do have different designs in these. So if you're looking for multiple different designs, there are different looks, and we'll take a peek at those in a moment. But you're not just getting the earrings. You're getting the corresponding ring as well, which I have to show y'all the under gallery. Look how beautifully finished this ring is. Isn't that gorgeous? So we're starting at size 5. We go up through size 10. It's kind of like a domed style ring. You'll see here it like kind of domes upward, and you have your dragonflies just like flying together there. Isaac, you're so sweet. Isaac said, I miss Lindsay, the network will fall apart when Lauren leaves. I don't think so, but I do appreciate the encouragement, Isaac. So you've got these two dragonflies, and they're flying together, which is so sweet, right? I think of birds of a feather will flock together. It just, best friends, mother, daughter, whatever it might be. I love that with this dragonfly look. But you're getting all that detail. You're getting the ring and the earrings, you guys, for $75 for both. This set of sterling silver jewelry, $75. Let's look at your budget pay. $15 on budget pay to get home the sterling silver earrings and the ring. I truly thought that these were two separate auctions, and so when I saw it pull up on the screen, and I'm not like, y'all, I'm not making that up. I'm not being goofy. I'm not like being some dramatic person. I really didn't know they were sold together, so I'm just in shock at the price point. What other designs do we have, DJ? So we have the dragonflies, and they're two dragonflies together, which I love. We have the dolphins. Oh, and the dolphin is like a mama and baby dolphin. We have the turtle. Okay, the turtle, a mama and baby turtle. Oh my goodness, these are so sweet, you guys. Two seahorses together. The butterflies. Oh, okay, and then the dragonflies. Y'all, these are so sweet. These would be such a sweet gift to your daughter, such a sweet gift from daughter to mom, such a sweet gift even for a best friend or a sister. These are special. And the price point, you guys, $75. Even if you wanted to gift one for a birthday and then save the corresponding piece for Christmas, you're building on that collection, and so it just makes for a really beautiful and well thought out gift. I'm like just tickled at this set because one, I didn't know we were doing it as a set, and two, I love that every single one is like they're together. It's like the mama and baby, or the sisters, or the best friends. It just makes it so sweet. You're getting up to 17 grams of sterling silver between the earrings and the ring on each one of these options. So that will be shop 11. Shop 11 for your combo buy. Oh my goodness, that is such a deal, you guys. That's a steal, honestly. To be able to get both of those for $75, my word. And that closure is just so great because it's gonna fit so comfortably. I don't know about y'all, but I am like the queen of, if by the end of the night, I end up so many times with earrings in my purse, because if by the end of the night, my earrings are pulling down on my ear, I can't do it. I take them out, put them in the side pocket of my purse. I'm like, I cannot wear these. And then you know what happens? I find them a year later because I forget I put them in there. I put my purse away. I go to use that purse again, and I'm like, oh, I forgot I have these. Yeah, that's me. That's me for you. All right, y'all, that will be shop 11. We've got about 10 minutes left. If there's anything in particular, let us know what you want to see. We've only got about 4 more items, so we're going to try to get through at least 2 of those and bring them to you. Oh, yes. Thank you, DJ. We're doing another set, which just makes my heart happy. So this is going to be different. This is going to be, you just had your earrings and your ring. Now this time we're bringing you a bracelet and a pair of earrings. So the bracelet is gorgeous. It's an infinity symbol, but the infinity symbol is actually done with a distinct design. So this is going to be your floral infinity. It's like a feather, and then you have flowers. And y'all, this has the sweetest detailing. So there's the dragonfly, the butterfly, or the flower. And this is just what sets this apart, you guys. Look at your toggle closure. So here's your infinity. This is the floral infinity. So you see your little flower there. That would be replaced by a dragonfly or a butterfly. Look at that on the toggle closure. They have included a dangling dragonfly on the toggle closure. That is such a sweet detail. Oh my goodness, I'm in love. It doesn't take much for me to fall in love, but these little details like that, oh my gosh. Love it. Gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, that sweet detail. I was talking already about how I love the dangling of a toggle closure, but then to have the dragonfly there as well. So that's an infinity symbol there. Now you have the matching earrings. And y'all, these are bold dangle earrings, okay? Look at that fish hook. Look at that. These are large and in charge. Infinity symbols again. Now on this set, you're gonna get up to 19 grams of sterling silver. Wow, look at the drop on that. I mean, that is going to just elongate the neckline. Oh my goodness. So let's measure these. So the actual infinity symbol itself is about 1 inch. From where they drop from the ear, a little over 2 inches, y'all. Okay, that is a huge drop down. You can see there. Look at that. And then the bracelet. And y'all, these again, they just make really beautiful gifts, right? Maybe it's for your best friend, right? Friends forever. This is could be a friendship bracelet. Maybe this is for your mom. I know that for, you know, me and my mom, like my mom is my best friend, you know? So maybe it's a mother-daughter gift. Maybe it's a 3 generations gift. Maybe it is for your sister. Whatever it is, that infinity symbol has so much meaning to it, right? Never-ending love, just holding that promise in your heart that, hey, we're going to be friends forever. We're going to have each other's back forever. And I really love that. I love the representation, but I love that we didn't just do an infinity symbol in sterling silver, but we added these, and I say we, I need to say our design team, our Balinese artisans, they added just these petite little treasures to the infinity symbol, from the butterfly to the flowers. It adds this element of nature. It adds this element of just like feminine beauty. And I encourage you guys, comment shop 12, because then you can get a picture of each of the different designs. The butterfly is very unique. On the butterfly is actually kind of on the edge. It's almost like it's landing on that infinity symbol, and then you have the dangling butterfly behind. It's just so beautifully done. I absolutely Love these, you guys. Very special pieces. And guess what? We are matching the set price. So you can either get the set with the earrings and the ring, or you can get the set with the earrings and the bracelet for $75. $75. The difference on these is we're going to be doing an $18 budget pay on this set. The first set had a $15 budget pay. So you'll comment shop 12 for these. This is one that if you're just like, oh, well, I like it, I don't know, please comment shop 12. Comment shop 12 and get an up close view. Look at the different photos. I know I gave you an up close view of the floral, but I really want y'all to see the butterflies. I really want y'all to see the way that those are presented. Isaac said, I wish you didn't do Saturday shows because it's frustrating that I'm stuck at work all day. And Miss Pat Perkins, she doesn't make the schedule. Miss Pat Perkins, he knows I don't make the schedule. He knows. We don't have to yell at Isaac. Isaac, I know. We used to have so much fun. I think it was the Friday shows, right? We would do the rock shows in the morning, the rock on, but we would do like the rocks and crystals and stuff, Shungite and terahertz. We would do that in the mornings back in the day. And then we did like lifestyle Friday afternoon. I can't even remember, but yeah, we used to have fun because I think you're off on Fridays, Isaac. But yes, Miss Pat Perkins, he knows I don't make the schedule. We don't have to get mad at Isaac right now. Isaac said Isaac's on our team here. He's always been cheering us on, so thank you, Isaac. Such a good friend. All right, what is next, DJ? Oh, yes. Okay, I'm so excited we're getting to this because I mentioned it, right? I was like, y'all, we have one of our pieces. So Bali Legacy, kind of newer to the Bali Legacy lineup, at least new for me. Maybe we've done it in the past and we took it away for a while, but I would say my first year here, I did not see Bali Legacy with 22 karat gold over. And then we've started doing it and I am just in love, you guys. So what I love about this one too is it has this beautiful Tulung Naga knot. So you have, again, two Tulung Naga chains, and they're twisted into a knot in the center. And what I love about the knot is, you know, I know we get a lot of pieces that have the dragons or the butterflies, and they're a little piece of the Balinese culture. With the knot, I just think it's a very general piece, very easy to wear. I don't want to say generic, but like it's not... It's more generic in the essence that it's not going to be something that's like extremely difficult to mix and match. I love this one, you guys. Oh my goodness. So you're getting sterling silver with 22 karat gold over. So this is not an 18 karat gold vermeil. This is 22 karat gold. It's rich, it's buttery, it glows on the wrist. Look at that. Look at your knot. This is, I mean, it just looks expensive, right? It just looks so incredibly expensive. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. Now this is coming in at 6.5 inches. We have it available in 7.25 or 8. You're gonna get this beautiful textured lobster claw closure on that one. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm in love. I'm in love. If I were to get anything on the show, this would probably be it for me personally, because I feel like I would wear it over and over and over again. And you can mix and match this with your genuine like gold pieces, right? So if you have a gold chain, you can match this. It's going to look so beautiful. You can actually also match it with your sterling silver. We are all about mixing metals, you guys. The times of not mixing metals, of keeping them separate, are gone. Look at how that pops. This is something you could absolutely dress up to. I could see you wearing this with an evening dress, with a cocktail dress. You can dress this up. Oh my goodness. Love it. All right, price point on that is $139.99. We're going to bring it down to $105, and then you have 3 budget pays. So you're going to be paying $35. Y'all, you're getting 22 karat gold over your silver. Amazing. And if you watch a lot of our gold shows, you'll notice we don't really have a lot of bracelets. We have a lot of necklaces. Bracelets we have less of. Not to say we don't, but we have less. And so if you're wanting to get that gold look for less, and you're wanting to be able to mix and match with your gold pieces, this is such a great way to go. This will be shop 13. Okay, shop 13 for our 22 karat gold vermeil bracelet. Y'all, our vermeil is typically 18 karat gold. The 22 karat gold vermeil, that is a major upgrade. You're getting 12.86 grams of precious metal. Then that closure is just beautiful as well. So there that is. I love the knotted design because y'all see what I mean? It's more general, right? Like the whole essence of Bali Legacy is to carry on that culture and present the Balinese culture to you guys. But having the knot, it's a little more general. It's a little more broad. So you can mix it and wear it with a lot of different things. So that is shop 13. Now, should we get into that big dragon ring real quick?
Sure, we can.
Okay. So we're going to do one more piece for you guys, which we actually did really good. We have this dragon ring, and I wanted to get to it real quick because Father's Day is just around the river bend. Do y'all know what movie that's from? If anyone guesses, if anyone knows what song that's from, which is now making me want to watch that movie. Do you know, DJ?
No clue, but it's giving The Wizard of Oz. No?
Just around the river bend. I'm trying to think if I can think of any more lines. I'm gonna go listen to that song in my car on my lunch.
Is it animated or live action?
It's animated.
Oh.
It's Disney.
Beauty and the Beast? No.
Think about a river bend. Where would that be? That's like outside of nature.
Princess and the Frog?
Pocahontas.
No.
Okay, you guys, look at this big dragon ring. This is our gentleman's ring, a distinctly distinguished gentleman's ring in our Bali Legacy collection. It's detailed, it's huge. Look at even the sides of your ring. You're getting the scales of your dragon. You see every tooth. You see his eyes. I mean, so much detail on this, y'all. It's 25 grams of sterling silver. Now, ladies, y'all could get in on this too if you wanted to. We're having sizes 9 through 14. So if you can do a 9, it really wouldn't be sizable. So if you could do a size 9, if you do any of those size options, you could. Very prominent. This just makes a really great Father's Day gift. That's why I didn't want to skip that out. Now, your price point on this is $100. We're going down to $75. And then I believe it's a $15 budget pay. Let me double check. Yep, $15 budget pay. So there you go. Here's Dad's Father's Day gift under $100. And if you're like, he'll never wear that, that's huge, it's massive. This is the look right now, you guys. This is the look. This big, bold presence for gentlemen's jewelry. $75, $15 on budget pay. That will be shop 14. Alrighty, my friends. So Miss Becky, she is going to be back with you guys at 2 p.m. And what did you say it was?
Tanzanite.
Tanzanite. Okay, so Becky is going to, we were just hanging out this morning in Bali, okay? Becky is going to transport you guys to Tanzania. And y'all are going to get into Tanzanite with Miss Becky. And she's such a wealth of knowledge. I always love shows of Becky because she's just got all of the knowledge. All right, you guys, make sure to go back and watch if you didn't get to see the whole show. I will be back with you guys Saturday morning at 10 a.m. You can also catch me tonight or this afternoon from 6 to 8 and then 11 to 2, 6 to 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. tonight on TV with Matt Wagson. We'll be seeing y'all then. We've got beautiful gemstones, so we'll see you later. Bye, guys. Have a blessed day.